Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Well, today we are going to talk about the top 10 Australian batsmen who scored most test runs for Australia. And we talk about players like Ricky Ponting, Allan Border, Mark Taylor, Justin Langer. So it's going to be very interesting. So let's talk first of all about the man who scored most runs for Australia, and that is none other than Ricky Ponting. Ricky Ponting was able to score 13,378 runs for Australia in his 168 test matches he played, in which his highest score in test cricket was 257 runs. His average in test cricket was magnificent 51.85 per innings. He was able to score 62 hundreds for Australia, and he was also able to score 41 hundreds. His records in ODI are also magnificent, but Test arena was on less than ODI. Number two is great Allan Border. The Allan Border who took over the Australian cricket in a tough period when during the mid 1980s Australian cricket was struck by Australian players leaving to play in South Africa, and consequently they were banned. So Allan Border took over the Australian team's leadership and he performed magnificently with the bat. 156 test matches for Australia, 11,174 runs with the bat, with a brilliant average of 50.56 in test match arena. His highest score was 205 runs, and he was able to score 27 hundreds, while in his career he was also able to score 63 50s with the bat for Australia. That is truly adorable. And when he retired at that time, he was a leading test run scorer in international cricket. Then we talk about Steve Waugh. Steve Waugh was a very good all-round player. He played for Australia for almost 19 years, 1984-85 to 2004. He was able to play 168 test matches for Australia. In his 168 matches, Waugh was able to score 10,927 runs, which included his 32 sparkling hundreds, and was able to score 50 50s as well. His highest score in Test cricket was 200. Yes, 200 was his highest score in Test cricket, and his average with the bat was 51.06, which is not too bad. Then we talk about Steve Smith phenomena. Steve Smith has so far played 119 Test matches for Australia. His career has continued. He has been able to score 10,477 runs for Australia. His highest total in Test cricket is 239, while his average with the bat is simply magnificent. 56.02 is his average, and he has been able to score 36 Test hundreds for Australia, while he has also scored 43 50s during his 119 Test matches that he has played for Australia. That is simply superb. Then number five is David Warner. David Warner, who was basically a T20 style player, but he adapted himself brilliantly in Test cricket, and he was able to score 8,786 runs in his career that spans for 112 Test matches. His highest score in Test cricket was 335 not out. He scored 26 hundreds for Australia in his entire career and 37 50s as well, while his average as a batsman in Test cricket has been 44.59. So that's also not too bad for David Warner. Then at number six is Michael Clark. Michael Clark, who led the Australian ODI team to the glory in 2015, has been able to play 115 Test matches for Australia, in which he scored 8,643 runs at an average of 49.10, which is truly superb. And his highest score in Test cricket was 329 runs not out. And in his career, He was able to score 28 hundreds in his 115 test matches, while the number of 50 scored by Michael Clark are 27, which is good. Then at number 7 is Matthew Hayden. Matthew Hayden was an aggressive left-handed batsman, and he was an opening batsman. He played 103 test matches for Australia, in which he was able to score 8,625 runs in his entire career. His highest score was 380. And once he broke that record of Brian Lara, that was 375 by Lara, but he was able to score 380 runs. After that, Lara once again scored 400 runs to retain his record. Matthew Hayden had a brilliant average of 50.73 in Test cricket, and his Test career included 30 hundreds and 29 50s as well. And we can say easily that he revolutionized the Test cricket with his aggressive style of batting. Then number 8 is Mark Waugh, who is the twin of Steve Waugh, the ex-Australian captain. Mark Waugh played 128 Test matches. In his 128 Test matches, Mark Waugh was able to score 8,029 runs at an average of 41.81 per innings, and his career included 20 hundreds. As a batsman, he scored 20 hundreds, while he also scored 47 Test 50s for Australia as an opening batsman, and his highest score in Test cricket is 153 runs, which is the lowest among these top 10 in terms of highest score. And Mark was not often able to convert his starts, like he has 47 50s and 20 hundreds. He could have converted a few more into hundreds to improve his average and his legacy. Anyways, then at number 9 is Justin Langer. Justin Langer played 105 Test matches for Australia. He was a classic left-handed batsman. In his 105 Test matches, he was able to score 7,696 runs. His highest score in Test cricket is 250. That is remarkable. He was able to score 23 hundreds and 30 50s as a middle order batsman for Australian cricket team. That is not too bad either. And his average as a batsman is 45.27. And last is the Australian captain, Mark Taylor. Mark Taylor scored 7,525 runs at an average of 43.49, and his highest score in Test cricket was 334. And he scored 40 50s and 19 hundreds in Test cricket. So that's the detail of top 10 Australian batsmen who scored most number of runs for Australia in Test cricket. We hope that you enjoy this video, and a request for you is to like our video, share it with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Till the next video, Allah Hafiz.